Noel Amundi, and I'm joined by Chris DeSanto,
Well,
Weber's assistant strength and conditioning coach. Chris, I'm going to ask you a few questions on your background and your current status as a strength and conditioning coach. Is that okay?
beautiful. Let's do it.
Okay, the first question is, tell me a bit about your college playing days.
As you're aware, played collegiate soccer at a D2 school in North Carolina called Lees McRae. Played there for 4 years. It was a great time. We had a lot of success as a team. What it's all about is really, I think, more so than just playing, but it's more so the relationships that you build, and a lot of those guys are still really close friends with me. I've been in a couple of their weddings, so I think that's my, biggest takeaway from that is the biggest thing I can say from an experience.
Okay. If it has, how has the viewpoint changed from playing college soccer to coaching?
To an extent, that's an interesting question to ask, because I think there's so much different with it. From coaching, you're having to develop players. So you're having to find a way to push them. You're having to find a way to get them to what you're trying to do on the field. Or in my case, what you're trying to do in the weight room that hopefully transitions to on the field. Finding a way, everyone's different. You know that. Everyone responds to different stimuluses in a certain way. Sometimes you need an arm around the shoulder. Sometimes they need a stern kick in the butt, as you're aware with some of your past teammates, right?
Correct.
But from a player, it's, is your coach getting to you? Is he relating to you well? Is he responding to you in a certain way? Are they trying to get the best out of you? I think that's really the difference. When you're playing on the field, it's you have to perform. At the end of the day, coaches can only do so much, put you in a position. At the end of the day, like I said, those guys are going to have to perform.
Okay, following on from that question, is there a reason why you decided to go into strength and conditioning coaching rather than men's soccer coaching?
At one point in my life, I went to school to be a college soccer, so I wanted to coach. And even after I graduated, I coached club soccer for a year and a half. Coaching's always been a passion of mine. It's kind of like the mindset of trying to be a coach that you might not necessarily had, or you had a coach that you loved certain aspects of them, or you loved them so much, and trying to blend that in. And as you're aware, there's a lot of different things you have to worry about. I have to worry about grades, but from a sport coach in general, there's a lot of other things you have to be accountable for and keep track of. And to me, that just, it didn't really sit well with me. And at the time when I was about to graduate, I started to get into, fitness and training on my own. And one thing led to another. I still love to coach. I still coach youth soccer, but on the side, still that was my passion. Fitness was my passion. Training was my passion, and that one just kind of tipped the scale, and things just drew me to that more so than that.
Okay, and what do you hope to achieve as a strength and conditioning coach?
I don't know who necessarily is going to be listening to this, but the boss man downstairs. Okay. Stephen Rassel, he's done a lot for the profession, and my previous mentors as well at Kentucky and Wake Forest, they've done a lot for me, and I've always aspired to be that kind of person, being director. That's the kind of the pinnacle, right? You always reach the top of what you're doing in the field, the profession, or whatever it is. Whether it's an accountant, being the best accountant. I think that's really an arbitrary term to use, like being the best. I don't necessarily think you have to be the best, but I really want to be the most impactful. And how it's kind of like, do you leave at the end of the day, when your time's done, what have you left behind? Are people going to be talking about you like in a positive way? Or, whenever my time's over here, how are people going to remember me? And I want to be a director. I want to run my department. I want to run an internship program. I want to give back from all the people like Raz and Ethan Reeve and John Spurley. They give me opportunities. So.
Okay, that's great. Going on from what you've just said follows into the next question. So, are there any memories that you often think about of why you became a strength coach? Any highlights? Any reasons which forced you or persuaded you to go down that route?
A common misconception, we're all number chasers. We love to see PRs. We love to see, weight being moved. But don't think I consider myself a number chaser. Like, yeah, that's great if we're getting stronger, but how is that translating to the field? Are we healthy? Are we getting through without injuries or performing well? With me, it's, I think, developing a positive young man, young woman. I think that's my goal. That's what really drove me to it, is the impacts you can have. And, you know, getting a little off topic, but I want to see, you know, athletes succeed in life, like in the field, great, their sport, fantastic, but being able to be successful at the end of the day, because we all won't be able to make money doing the sport we love to play, right?
It's a way of life more than just the sport in college.
And I think that's really it, like being successful, period. I like seeing you guys and athletes being successful.
We also want to see you successful as well.
I appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
It was a pleasure, my friend.
And you have it hot off the press with Chris DeSanto. Thank you very much.